Here's a bit of a strange slide. It's what I often call the dancing bear. So the question I often ask is it your job? And as I say this, you can feel free in the chat box to kind of go yes or no. Is it your job to motivate your people, whoever your people are? So if you're a company owner, all your people, is it your job as a team leader or a supervisor or a manager? Is it your job to motivate your people? To which 9 out of 10 say yes. Okay, I've got a yes and no. I'd love to have the conversation. Unfortunately, yeah. Okay, so we're getting some interesting responses there. Okay, so here we go. 9 out of 10, looking at just what we've got here, say yes. Is it? Let me explain. My motivation in my head is mine. It's not your job to motivate me. It's my job to motivate me. My drive is mine. So I think the idea of a dancing bear is this idea is if you take it as your responsibility to have to motivate your team and all the individuals within your team, that's a big ask. And the problem is, of course, is motivation changes. So this has to be a constant thing. So, to simplify this, it's like saying, okay, it's my job to motivate my team. So today I'm going to say, okay, team, we've got to get the job done. But if we get the job done, we can knock off half an hour early. Fantastic. They're highly motivated. They're driven to do the job, and they do it so that they're able to finish half an hour early. Now, of course, that will set up an expectation. So next day, okay, we're going to do it again. Let's work, get the job done, and we can knock off half an hour early. I mean, how many days before that starts to wear thin? Never mind the question, by the way, that for some people, knocking off early is just not much of a benefit. But let's say it is for most people, but most people are kind of now have the expectation. So half an hour starts to feel like the norm very quick. So I'm expecting 45 minutes or an hour in the first couple of weeks, or I'm expecting you to go and buy me a beer, or I'm expecting you to bring some chocolates in, or I mean, all of a sudden the expectation there from every individual across the team is looking to you to motivate them. And sometimes they'll give you a big thumbs up. Well, boss, good job. And other times they won't. And the days they're not motivated, they are looking firmly to you. I'm not sure that's the way to go. That's like a highway to hell, as far as I'm concerned. That's something that you can't maintain, and something that's completely abdicating any kind of responsibility from their behalf. So I just want you to shift it a little bit. Do not see it as your job to motivate, I suggest. But I would see it as your job to create an environment where people may be motivated. So you can do the things that you think you need to do that may motivate them, but you also have to accept it may not. The most important thing you can do is remind people that their motivation is theirs. You need them motivated, you want them motivated, they are motivated. But ultimately it's theirs. If you really keep leadership point of view, is you can ask the question, help me understand what motivates you. So we sit down with people and we ask the question, what motivates you? To which most reply money, of course. Does that help? Not really. That means you've either got to pay them more money all the time, or we probably need to dig a bit deeper. So we might ask the question, why? Why do you want the money? What's the money going to do? Because it's not money that motivates, it's what the money buys that motivates. I want to go on a nice holiday. Great, okay. That's why we want the money. Or I want to buy a new car, or I want to be able to feed my kids or send them to school, a good school. So understanding why may be useful as a manager as to why then they are motivated towards getting more money. But actually that's not really the answer either, because a holiday or a car or a good school is not what motivates. It's what that gives you, what we term intrinsic drivers. Whether the holiday gives you a sense of fun or freedom or escape, those are the things that start to resonate internally with people. Those are the motivators. That's quite a difficult conversation with a lot of people. Most people don't know themselves what motivates them, and certainly some people are not going to even entertain the conversation to that degree. Let's just leave it at the money, shall we, boss? So I think we've got to be careful, because we could be a slave to motivation. I think we can do a lot more on morale, but I think our responsibility, as I say, is to get people to realize that motivation is theirs, and that you can help in many ways. But it's not your job. It's not your responsibility.